410
Head nod.
Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, peoples? It's yours truly, Tislam the Great. It's the 410 Head Nod. We got a special guest with us right now.
Yeah.
Yours truly and always needed, Grap Luva, y'all.
What up, what up, what up, world? What up, what up? Peace, peace to Crooked Streets Radio. You know what I mean? Peace to my brother Tislam the Great, EQ. What up, Pop Daddy? You know what I mean? Yeah, we in here gonna have a little fun, man. Peace, world. What's good? What's good? What's up, Tislam?
Yo, I'm just maintaining, man, and glad to have you here. You know, I've been seeing you on the regular lately anyway, so it's almost like, okay, we just getting up again and going to shoot the fire.
Right, right.
We've already done interview styling in the past.
No diggity.
You know, on the YouTube channel, you always need to tune in. Tislam the Great. You know what I'm saying? Go to YouTube. You see me and Grap building on a particular song of my favorite from I and I that Rob O did his thing over.
No
doubt. Go check that out. We're not going to get into that, but what we're here to do is, this is the 410 Head Nod. This is to introduce you to the show. And you know, 410, 410 dealing with here, and basically we trying to make people nod their heads, you know? So I got some questions that me and EQ put together, and we want to get some insight because we fans foremost.
Man. Yo, humble, man. Thank you, man. First and foremost.
You know?
Let me just say real quick, thank you to all my fans. Anybody who's ever appreciated something that I've done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm truly humbled because I never really imagined that, you know, people would appreciate it to the level that they do. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Right. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into these questions, man. And you can expand and expound as much as you choose to.
Okay.
You know, on each one of these right here.
No doubt.
Well, the first one is, your name is Grap Luva.
Right, right. Grappluva, not Lover. Luva. Lover.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where's that name come from? Where did you get that?
Well, if you follow me on Twitter, the answer's right there on Twitter. My name is Have Name Me Grap on Twitter. That's my Twitter name. Have Name Me Grap. So basically that name came from my great cousin, Heavy D. Because I love you, rest well. You know how we do.
Respect.
Peace, King. Alright? But that came from Hev. You know what I mean? It's basically a culmination of my name. I think that's how he came up with it. He basically GR is the first two letters of my name, which is Greg. A is my middle initial of my middle name, and P is the first letter of my last name. You know what I mean? So GRAP. I added the lover, you know what I mean, because I'm a lover of many things. You know what I mean? and that's basically how that came about. But the essence of my name is Hev. Hev just started calling me Grap. Then he christened me when he said the name on Girls They Love Me. That's when he christened me. So that's when everybody started calling me Grap. But before that, I was Little G.
Oh, so you just answered the follow-up question. Is there any names prior to Grap Luva?
Yeah,
so.
Little G. Little G. That was my little B-boy name. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Little G.
So the basement.
Yeah.
Mecca and the Soul Brother.
Yes, sir.
How'd that come about? Let me know. How'd you get on that?
That started from the freestyle that's on Mecca and the Soul Brother. We was on 125, you know what I mean, chilling, cooling out. Everybody was just cooling. It was Harlem Week. Literally, it was like the last day of Harlem Week.
Okay.
It was probably that Saturday. I just remember being in a cypher with Sadat X and like Alamo, and you know, not a rhyme cypher now,
right.
Different kind of cypher. You know what I mean? And we was chilling right there in the middle of the street on 125. That's when you could cypher up like that out there.
Okay.
So after that, you know, Cass came up with the idea. It was like, yo, let's go to the studio. So he's like, all right, cool. So we went down to the studio, and when we stepped in there, Pete was doing On and On, the song on Mecca and the Soul Brother. So at that time, when we came in, he was like, yo, y'all right on time. I need like some background noise, you know what I mean? So everybody go in the booth. So we just went right in the booth. Everybody went in the booth. So then Pete comes in, So then we waiting for the engineer to set it up so that we can record the background vocals or the background sounds or crowd noise. So we chilling, and Cass is talking, and Pete starts beatboxing. So I slide up right next to him, literally like a mic like the one I'm sitting in front of. I slide up on this side, like on the left side of the mic.
Right.
And he kind of scoots over, gives me room.
Okay.
So I stand there and then I start freestyling. So I'm freestyling for like, total time of my freestyle was like 10 minutes.
Nice.
And then
step your game up.
Yeah, when it was all said and done, we was like, damn, we wish you would have taped it. That shit was hot. That shit was hot. That shit was hot. So the engineer was like, yo, Pete, listen to this. And he played it back. I am the one. They call the G, the R, the A, the P. So we like, oh, yo, he taped it. He caught it. Pete was like, yo, I'm keeping that. I'm using that. I was like, word, you gonna use it? Yo, son, that joint's hot. Yo, that joint's hot. So he was like, from there, like maybe a couple days later, he came to me. He was like, yo, you want to be on the basement? I was like, word? He was like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. So I ended up in between CL and Hev. And yeah, that was a dope experience. Dinko D was there from Leaders of the New School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was there. He was in the session.
Yeah.
That's. And they tried to even get like CL's brother to be on there, but he couldn't spit the rhyme all the way, so they just nixed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, also, okay. Got another question here. You was involved with the Best Part by J Live, right?
J Live. Genius MC.
Yeah, he's definitely dope.
Brooklyn, New York.
He can spin and rhyme at the same time.
Enough respect, man. That brother's amazing, man.
So, how did that come about? Like, how did you get? Was it just a beat submission, or
with them? That's not. I submitted a beat tape. We were actually working with the same person. His name is Wes Jackson. He had a company at the time called 7 Heads Entertainment.
Right, shout out to 7 Heads.
Yeah, we were. I don't think he's calling it 7 Heads anymore. I think he calls it something else now. Or he's doing like something else, but it's in hip hop still. So he's still involved in hip hop. Big up to West Jack. Yeah, but anyway, so I submitted a beat tape and J Live, for J Live, and he heard the Them That's Not beat and loved it, and he was like, yo, I want to rhyme over that part, that other part. I was like, what other part? He's like, the part that goes from slow to fast. I want to rhyme on that part too. Because I was thinking that part would have been just like an intro. Right. So I was just like, all right, cool, whatever. So when he said that, I was like, word? I said, all right, let's do it. So when he did that, when I gave him the beat, he wrote to it or whatever. And then he spit a rough. And when he spit the rough, though, he didn't do the slow to fast part. He just was spitting over it, I guess, to get a feel of the beat.
Right.
And then when we went in to record it, the dude Elliot Thomas, who's the engineer at the studio we recorded at, called Fast Forward Studios in Manhattan. He actually, I give him co-production, and he kind of gets it on certain, I guess, YouTube or wherever you find it. There we go. But he gets co-production because he took the beat and was able to lay it going from slow to fast. You know what I mean? I actually did it manually on the SP. You know what I mean? It started at like 50 BPMs and I did it manually on the beat tape. He actually was able to program it and lay it like that. Okay. Yeah, so... But that's my beat.
You gave him the puzzle pieces and he put it together.
Yeah, he helped me put it together. Yeah.
I don't understand the information you're getting all the fans out there.
It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50 record. Like J Live, that rhyme, no other rhyme could have went over that beat.
No.
You know what I mean? No other rhyme could have went over that beat. That rhyme was tailor-made for that beat. If you check your hip-hop archives, you will know that there is no other record like that in the history of hip-hop music. The only unique record I would compare that to is Rewind by Nas.
Okay.
where he says a story in verse.
Right.
That's the only other song I would compare that song to. There's no song like that in hip hop where it starts at 50 BPMs and the story matches the tempo of the song. The rise, the crescendo, the fall. It's the rise, the crescendo, and the fall of an MC.
Right.
If I'm using crescendo right.
You are.
You know what I'm saying?
Crescendo and then decrescendo.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's that. And he did that lyrically. Like, just like Nas. Like, he told the story in reverse where you could visually see it going in reverse.
Right.
That's rare. Very rare. Like, that to me champions anything a lot of other MCs did.
Yeah, a lot of respect to J Love. Peace to the God.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'm speaking on the Nas record, but yeah, J Live too.
Oh yeah.
A lot of that one record champions a lot of records that came out that year and before and after. To me. Like, that's one of his illest records that he's ever made. To me.
Y'all heard it first.
Next to Bragging Rights. He scratched and
Bragging Rights. Yeah, that's
and I've seen him do it live.
Yeah, I've seen
so
him.
next to Bragging Rights,
Amazing.
that's one of the illest joints for me.
And I got it on video.
Word.
You got one up there.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Word up.
All right, so another question.
Yes, sir.
How did the I&I form?
I&I. I&I was really, the essence of I&I was like Robo. You know what I mean? Like, I was a dude who didn't really feel like I could contribute anything to that group. So when they first stepped to me about being in that group, I said no. Because I didn't feel like it was something I could contribute. Yeah.
Okay.
Wanderlust rocking in the back. Yeah, that's my jiggity. But that was basically like the essence of that was Robo. Like, he had the 4-track in his house. Pete, you know, I would get the beat tapes from Pete, and you know, he would practice like that. And one time he did a song called Crossroads that's on the album. We did the demo version. He had asked me to spit one of the verses on it. So I spit one of the verses. And I think that kind of started that vibe between me and him. But once I brought Marco and Jolo, and Jolo was more so like to be this, like a chef, like a spiritual advisor, things of that nature. But we, you know, I coached him on that grown man sport for him to do that verse. Where he wrote it in French, and I was stood in there with him and, you know, coached him through that. But now he's doing he does shows with the group he was involved in called I&I MLD.
Okay, you mentioned that in the video.
Yeah, he does shows with them. So he definitely, like, he brings the fire to those shows. You know what I mean? So he's still doing his thing, but his main focus is running his vegan restaurant in New Rochelle, New York. Shameless plug, make sure you hit Jolo's Kitchen, 412 North Avenue, New Rochelle, New York. Vegan cuisine, you know what I mean? Bhaji shots, you know what I mean? Smoothies, whatever you need.
I'm there.
I mean? Yeah, so next time you're in New York, make sure y'all stop in New Row, hit 412 North Ave, Jolo's Kitchen, you know what I mean? And go see my man Jolo. Yeah.
So how long did it take for the Center of Attention album to get done?
Center of Attention probably was a little under a year. Felt like having a baby, man. So I know it's like 9 months. You know what I mean? All the emotions that I went through, you know, dealing with it, creating it.
So the beats that y'all used for that album, you know, the Pete Rock producing, you put together as well, like, were they made during the project, or were they already made at first and then it was like, okay, these are the set beats that we're gonna rock over?
Like, when we first started recording, I was doing the track. We did one song that I did, it was whack. I didn't like the beat too. It was whack. The session was horrible. The engineer, I drove him crazy because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So it was just real crazy. It was whack. But Those beats kind of were like, some of them were there, some of them he made. It was like a mixture of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, that's what's up. We also got another question here to ask. Now, if you don't want to answer this, I understand. I'm going to put that disclaimer out there.
Okay.
At the Dilla 2012 show in Baltimore, I was checking out the video. You were saying about how J Dilla basically inspired you to continue to be, you know, into the game and to put out more music because of when you went to go visit him, he was like, yo, where's your stuff at?
Yeah, when I saw him in Cali.
Right.
It was at the House of Blues, and I performed with Pete, and we did a nice show. And he came up to me after the show. He's like, "Yo, when your shit dropping?" I was like, "Me?" He's like, "Yo, when you putting your shit out, I'll do something for you." I was like, "What?" It's like, "Yo, son, I don't know." And then took him for granted. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then he left us. You know what I mean? So I always regret that to this day. Like, I always regret not taking advantage of him asking me that and really saying, yo, like, I don't care. Like, I'll write something right now. Like,
right.
Let's go in the studio right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
I really regret not doing that, you know? But yeah, he asked me, man, 2004 in LA at the House of Blues, he asked me that question, man. And I was like, wow. That really like stunned me, man. Because even though he's younger than me, I honored that kid. You know what I mean?
So what had stopped you, or what had made you think that, you know, you didn't really want to?
Me being super critical of my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, super critical. Like, that's why it took this long just for me to put out a little EP. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like, I'll do guest appearances to keep my vibration out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
that's definitely been done.
Yeah, because I'm
definitely been done with low budget.
Don Dada, yeah, and you know, low budget fam. Big shout to them. They definitely keep me, you know, moving and keep things going. You know what I mean? Kev is constantly trying to get me to record and do stuff. So respect to Kev Brown and Low Budget fam.
Yeah, because you had the one video on YouTube that you was breaking down. You was making a beat for the album. I think it was that you and Kevin was building on beats. It's on YouTube. I don't know if it was just.
That is Don Move.
No, it's a YouTube video where you're breaking down. You're on the SP12 when you're breaking down a beat. I see it on YouTube. I'm gonna have to pull that up. But yeah, cause I've seen it.
Okay.
I want to say Kev Brown is in it, but anyway. But
it was Damu. I was at Damu's house.
It was Damu. Oh, was it that? But yeah, okay, my
7
bad.
minutes of sound. That's
That's what it was. My bad.
Part 1 and part 2.
EQ in the background correcting me. You know what I'm saying?
Big up.
I mean, just be real, just to give y'all a quick notice. EQ is really the brain of a lot of the hip hop history. You know what I mean? I came into the gang on front like I just like sound. I mean, the EQ, he studied the credits and who was who, what was what.
Yeah, read it.
So yeah, I treasure him as a friend because he definitely puts me, you know, in check when I slip with the facts.
I love you back.
Enough respect to EQ.
Word. So I also would like to know, this is a story that I've heard, I don't know if anybody else has heard, when you was in Japan. And it was 3 Japanese individuals that helped you out at one point in time. Get back to the venue. And can you go into that a little bit?
I was just telling that story the other day, man. Yo, I got lost in Nagoya, Japan. I was out there with DJ Mitsu the Beats on tour. We was doing a multi-city tour within Japan, and we went to a city called Nagoya. And Nagoya was hot. The people were very responsive. It was very dope. Like, it was crazy. What ended up happening was after the show, you know, brother head start itching, B. You know what I mean? So brain start itching. I just, you know, I stepped out. I was like, let me see who I can see. You know what I mean? This is Japan. I know this ain't Harlem. This ain't Baltimore. This ain't DC. This ain't Cali. This is Japan, but I'm gonna try my hand. Stepped out, lo and behold, I ran into this African brother with locks. So boom, of course, I'm like, what's up? What's good?
Seen and heard everywhere.
So dude is like, yo, follow me. So me and him walking. We just walk. We walk down the block I'm on. We walk like dumb city blocks down that block. Stop at some club. He's rapping to some chick. I'm sitting back chilling. I see this half Japanese, half black chick. I'm like, oh, what's up? How you doing? I really wasn't vibing off and I just was chilling. She was like, hey, how you doing? We just chill, you know, we say what's up to each other. But he was up on some white girl, he was up on her, like trying to get at her. So finally he was unsuccessful. So he's like, all right, come on, let's go. So we left that spot, kept walking. Son, we ended up in a Brazilian neighborhood in Japan.
You know what? I've heard that the Hispanic community is fairly large out there.
We ended up in a Brazilian community in Japan. So he takes me up into his bar. It's nothing but Brazilian dudes in there. So dude breaks out the greens. It's mad seeds in the joint. So he like, hold on. Hey, don't worry, I got you. So he starts separating the seeds and, doing this thing. So I look over, I see some congas. I'm like, all right, mess with the congas. It's instruments there, period, right? But it's some congas. So I said, I can deal with the congas. So I go over, start playing the congas. The Brazilian brothers start looking at me. They come walking over. They start picking up instruments. Yo, so we had like a 3-hour jam session. And I was leading it. So wherever I went with it, they followed me. So they was like, they called me something.
In Japan.
In the Brazilian.
They was like,
right, Grap Luva.
So they was like, yo, USA, what's good? Where we going next? I said, no. My name ain't USA, man. I said, just call me Rastaman. Just call me Rastaman. Ah, yes, Rastaman, what's next? I said, boom. So we go to this joint. Yo, it got so crazy that it was 6 in the morning over there, which means it was 6 in the evening here.
Right.
Which means I hadn't slept for 12 hours. So I'm sitting there literally like this, drumming like this, falling asleep while drumming. So I'm like, yo, I gotta go. So I said, all right, boom, pose for a picture with them cats, which my man erased off the computer. Shout out to Roddy Rod. I love you, boy. You know how we do. But I took a picture with the Brazilian cats. I took a picture with the African cat. Dap, love. We got twisted to it, I'm doing burns. Right. The J he rolled was decent. Okay. After the fact, it was decent. So we hit that. He gave me some beer. It's his bar, so I had drinks, whatever. So I leave that joint. So I step out like, oh wow, it's like the sun's coming up. So I'm like, wow, damn, I don't know. All right, we need to start walking this way. I remember we came from this way. So I saw one landmark that I remember. There was a store in the corner. I said, cool, I'm going in the right direction. Dude, I get to this street. I'm gonna even compare this street to something. It was two Lenox Avenues put together. What? One side was like the whole of Lenox Ave, like the whole, with the big divider in the middle. It was, one side was the whole of that. Then it was another with a big, I don't know, overpass or whatever, and then another side. When I got to that, it was a wrap. I said, yo, damn, what the hell? I said, fuck it, just walk towards the main block. Right. So I walked towards the main block. Look down that block, like, nah, this block don't look familiar neither. Let's keep walking till you find a cab. Now it's cab time. So, walking, I see a cab driver. I'm like, yo. Money cuts his light off, locks his doors, cuts his on-duty light off, and pulls off. So I'm like, oh, damn. So I'm like, yo. So that's when it came to me. Grap, you're lost in Japan. You're lost in Japan. So I said, fuck it. I'm just going to keep
an album
in the somewhat direction that I remember. So I turn on this block, and then I walk up a block, and I see 3 Japanese dudes. One has locks. I'm like, yeah, I'm in there. So I walk up to him like, yo, what up, yo? They like, oh, even the dude with locks. He's like, I'm like, oh. So Grap, think fast. Hotel key. Pull out my hotel key like, yo, here. Oh, you go here. They talking to each other. And They look at me, they talking, come on. They put me in the car. So I'm like, all right, they're going to take me to a cab stand. I'm thinking they're going to take me to a cab stand. So we driving. So we passed like a cab stand and they kept going. So I was like, oh no. So I said, Grap, think positive. They taking you to the hotel, man. Think positive. So I said, fuck, I'm thinking positive. So then I start trying to familiarize them with who I am. I don't know. I'm like, yo, Grap Luva. No. I said, Jazzy Sport. Oh, yeah, Jazzy Sport. They knew what Jazzy Sport, those are the people that brought me there.
Right.
They knew who they was. So then I start freestyling for them. And they like, So then one of the dudes starts freestyling for me in Japanese.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, all right. So we vibing. So by the time all that's said and done, they're like, okay. So they pull over. So I'm like, what the hell are we? I get out. Literally, we at the corner, and I could see my hotel right there. It's like I could spit at it.
Right.
I was like, oh my God, man. I said, ho, man. Yo, thank y'all, thanks. I pulled out money, yen. No. They wouldn't take my money, nothing. I said, yo, hold up, man. Yo, we gotta take this picture. So I just pulled this random man like, picture. He's like, all right. So I made them all pose like this, and I got that. That's on my Facebook.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, so that's the picture you see on my Facebook with me and them 3 dudes. They saved my life, man.
That's
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, I'm walking back to the hotel. Who do I see? The black and Japanese girl again. So I said, yo, where you going? Like, oh, I'm going to another party over here. I'm going over here to another. You want to come? Oh, no. I'm good. I'm right where I need to be. I'm at home. I'm good.
Right.
Went up in there. I hugged my bed, yo. Hugged my bed. So, yeah, that's that story.
Wow.
Hugged my bed, B.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, so Japan is beautiful. I love Japan, yo. 4 times I've been. I would love to go back 4 more times.
Yeah. Little suggestion. We need to do you need to do a song called Lost in Japan. You need to go ahead and make that about digging in Japan as well.
Oh, I got a digging story in Japan.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I got a funny one.
Oh,
me and my brother. Well, it's not. I mean, it's real quick. It ain't nothing heavy or nothing.
Favorite digging joint.
But we were in Japan, me and Pete, and yo, the diggers, the owners of these record shops get starstruck when cats walk in the door. So we go in there. So I walk in first, and the dude looks up at me, and then Pete walks in behind me, and his eyes just grow like big, like saucers. Hi, Pete Rock. Oh, hi. So, because Pete is known for spending money on records.
Of course,
like, he's known like record dealers. It's like sidebar. It's like an episode of Top Cat I saw. Top Cat got money one time, right?
All right.
And the butcher found out. The butcher told the shoemaker told the coat maker told that one. So, and they all had stores in a row. So when Top Cat went to the butcher, got his piece of meat, said, "Butcher, yo, you should go see the shoemaker, man. You probably could use a nice pair of shoes." You know what? Yeah, you're right. I got the money. Hey. So he went to the shoemaker. Shoemaker got paper out of him. Shoemaker sent him to the next dude. He got paper. So he's known like that. So boom, dude, Peter Rock. So dude was so amped and excited, he like left us in the joint and went in the back and stayed back there for like, we good God-fearing kids. Like, mommy raised good kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for the first half hour, we sitting there just picking shit.
Right.
And we like, yo, where's dude at?
Right.
No show. Let's get it, nigga. Boom, I start carrying joints outside. Parking them on the side. We start doing a funnel system. He funneling them out. I funnel them off to the side. I'm looking around, make sure nobody's dropping them off to the side. We caught him for like 20 records like that. We caught him for like at least 20 records like that. And he paid for like maybe another 15. Well, he caught like 25 records. And then we was like, hey, yo, we just gonna get these.
Right.
The cheapest joints, you know what I mean? Caught them boys, yo. So yeah, that's my digging story. And PR, man, he was a dude, like, he would spend hours upon hours digging. Like, he would get car tickets, he wouldn't eat, Like I would be with him for hours. I would have to go just go outside and find somewhere to piss. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, yo. Like I would have to be like, yo, Pete, I'm hungry. Yo, Pete, we gotta eat. Oh, I'm just finding this one joint. You know what I mean? And he would be like, yo, Pete, we gotta eat. That's how it is. Yeah, but anyway, we be like, yo, Pete, we gotta eat. I'd be like, we gotta eat. Yo, hours upon hours, like $100, $200 tickets. You know what I mean? Just to get that one joint and yo, make them 20, 50,000, whatever. You know what I mean? Sell 100,000 copies. Sell go. Help somebody go. You know what I mean? So he was taking those sacrifices and was like eating them.
And just timeless
Eating
music.
them, son.
Wow.
Timeless music.
Eating them. Parking in front of fire hydrants on purpose. Like, fuck it.
How y'all get those records back from overseas?
Yeah, how'd you get those records here from overseas?
That big money to get it back from overseas?
Nah.
Through the plane or?
Yeah. Pack them in your luggage.
In your luggage?
Oh,
So it was basically extra baggage that you had to carry with you.
Sometimes you carry extra bags. I think that time we had an extra bag. We threw them in there.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we gonna come back with some more questions. This is just one part of this segment.
Okay.
We got a commercial coming up next. We're gonna let the beat ride out for right now because we don't want to run over. But we're gonna come right back, and we got a couple more questions. Right back. We're gonna
Stay tuned. Crooked Streets Radio,
go
baby.
take you a break. I don't know what it is you may need to go get, eat, go online. Really, you should probably be trying to digest all the information that you just got right now.
Word
from
up.
the one and only Grap Luva.
Word up.
You know, and we appreciate
book coming soon. Word up. Book coming soon.
Book?
Yeah, I'm trying to sit down and think about writing this joint.
Man,
I need to write a book on my
you do.
experiences.
I agree because when I interviewed you, it was so easy for you to spill out the information and the way and the detail and the format. Like a grill, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, so
no respect, man. Thank you.
Definitely.
No doubt.
Well, we're gonna get back to these commercials and then we're gonna come back with Grap and finish up what we got. One love. It's the 410 Headnod.
410 Headnod.
Ah.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Did that drop real quick?
410
What's going on, people? We back. It's the 410 Headnod. Making sure.
Headnod, baby. I like this. Man.
I'm sure your head is probably leaning to the left a little bit because of all the information we've given you and it's swollen. So once we get into EQ spinning them Headnod 1 and 2, that's going to cause the rest of your head to just snap and decapitation and
I was
slowly
hoping
done.
it will balance their head out. Bring it back.
That would be nice.
Hey, you know what I mean? Get them nice and balanced.
We got Grap Luva here in case y'all didn't know.
People,
if you just tuned in.
Shout it out.
And we've been asking him a few questions here, digging into his past and finding out the history that all you, fans like myself and EQ and those who really, cherish reading the liner notes and all that good stuff.
I'm humbled, man. Sure, I'm humbled. Because, at the end of the day, I look at myself as kind of like a side player, but almost like a fly on the wall too. You know what I mean?
Nah, it's bigger than that, Grap. We're not gonna let you go out like that.
I feel you.
Nah, you provided and inspired many people individually, if not probably inspired them they didn't even know. That they didn't do, the checking up. Like, oh, okay, he was involved with this.
Word.
Oh, that's who was rapping on that part. You know what I mean? So
humble, man. Trust. I'm humble.
So you from New York, right?
Yes, sir. Mount Vernon, New York. 4 square miles. Home of Heavy D, the King Heavy D. Rest in peace. I love you, Big Cuz. Home of Denzel Washington. Sometimes he's a sucker though, but home of Felicia Rashad stayed there. Stephanie Mills, Ken Singletary, Rodney and Scooter McCrae, Ray and Gus Williams, four NBA legends right there. Ken Singletary is an MLB legend. Dick Clark, Art Carney, Ben Gordon, Jeff Redd, Albie Shaw, Pete Rock, CL Smooth, FS Effect, Misa Hilton. Man, so many people that came out of Mount Vernon, man, that just Puff You know what I'm saying? Groovy Lou. Word up.
That's what's up. So what brought you to DC? 'Cause that's
And
where
of
you
course,
at.
my man Trouble T-Roy. Can't forget my brother
Oh,
Trouble T-Roy.
yeah,
Trouble
yeah,
T-Roy. Let me say this real quick.
No, do you?
Trouble T-Roy was the glue of our block. Trouble T-Roy was the glue of Heavy D and the Boys. Heavy D himself said that on Westwood Radio in an interview. If you go out and look it up on YouTube,
That's Tim
you'll see
Westwood, right?
Yes, that's one of his last interviews. He will say it himself, and it's very true. Trouble T-Roy was the glue of us. He was our glue. He was the dude. Like, he was the dude, the biggest heart, the most heart, the hardest dude. He was that dude, yo. He was the realest dude. Word up. I love Troy. That's my brother. That's my big brother.
So
Cheese boy, what up, kid? Miss you, son.
So I sense a lot of love and a lot of real strong attachment to Mount Vernon.
Yes, sir.
Whatever the
Oh,
party.
and also right now, I can't forget my girl Kaya Henderson. She's the chancellor of DC Public Schools. Straight from my block. Straight from my block. Like, we rode bikes together. Straight from my block.
So what brought you to DC?
My wife.
Oh, that's
I met my lady at University of Maryland Eastern Shore in 1992 when my man Pop Daddy went. Big up to Crooked Streets family, you know what I mean? That's how me and Pop connected at the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. My wife connected and I connected there. We connected in 1992. 5 years later, we produced a beautiful daughter named Adassa, who did the logo on the Grap Luva logo on my EP. If you look on my EP, you see my name, Grap Luva. It's a little fancy looking thing. She did the logo right there, you know what I mean?
respect.
Yeah, that's how I ended up down with in 97 when she told me she was pregnant. Well, 96 she told me she was pregnant with my daughter. I was here for the birth in 97, so I stayed. And that's how I've been here. I've been here for 14 years.
That's the glue.
Going on 15 years now. 15 years, I mean.
That's what's up. So I'm guessing, was it prior to that or during that you, it must have been after that, you got introduced to Low Budget?
It was after that. I met Kev Brown at WMUC, College Park radio station, with the now famous Pete Rosenberg. You know what I mean? Big up to my man Pete Rosenberg on Hot 97. I met him at Pete Rosenberg's radio show. I used to come up there and hang out on Fridays, sometimes co-host with Rosenberg. And Kev would just be in the cut, man, just chilling. And, you know, he'd be taking in the vibes, and he gave me this CD called The Gifted Misfit. And he drew the album cover art on there. Like, it was literally looked like it was pencil and photocopy. Like, he drew the album cover art on there. So I was just like, oh, okay, cool. So then I heard this one song on there that captured me. It was called From Day to Night. And I fell in love with that song. Like, to this day, I got that song on my PSP, From Day to Night. And I fell in love with that joint. And I went from there, you know, I started like just checking for him. And that's how, you know, he and I connected. You know what I mean? And one day I called him I was in the supermarket and I called him and he was at home and he was playing the What Ruling Means beat in the background. And I was like, yo, what is that? Yo, he's just like, yo, some joint, a joint I made. I was like, yo, let's do that joint. So that's how we ended up doing What Ruling Means.
Okay.
That's the I&I joint that was
Yeah,
rocked at the high school.
Yeah, I just had to post this on your wall earlier today.
Word up.
And it's I&I and 112 at Mount Vernon High School. They got that on Daily Motion.
Word up. I remember that. Word up. We went back to my high school and performed. That's one of the few blessings that I had with this music thing. I was able to go back to my high school and perform on my high school stage. I was able to go back to my college and perform during homecoming. And yeah, so that was one of the, you know, some of the blessings of being involved with that. You know what I mean?
So what was going on here? Because
always big up to my big brother Pete Rock.
Well, I was watching the video, and it's amazing just to see how Puff Daddy came out there, and just knowing where he's at now, how things are now, and knowing where this video started. It's just like the interaction between you and him was like real, like love, like it was peace, it was cool. And for some of the people who are stuck in the backpacker syndrome, And I speak on this a lot, just for the simple fact that I used to be caught in that dark, deep hole. And shout out to Dilla, who kind of opened my eyes on that, where the ice ain't got nothing to do with the music. You know what I'm saying? How you and Puff like yo was just cool, but if any underground hip hop, like damn, Puff is considered to be the devil of the music industry. Yeah. But you see him right there, humbly, you know what I mean, laughing and kicking it with Grap on the video if you watch it and do your homework.
Yeah, me and Puff go back a little bit. Like, Puff went to a all-boys high school in the Bronx called Mount St. Michael. He went to that high school, but he was, his mom rested in the Vernon, and I guess his pop stayed in Harlem, so he stayed in the Vernon with his mom. And he hung out with some cats that I hung out with. They call themselves the 7 Up crew. It's my man Groovy Lou, Walt G, my man Abiola. He called himself Abiola now. Back then he was G.O. George. Rock. It was like a bunch of them, and they basically they gave Puff his style. Like they gave him his style, the whole how he danced and all that. He got that from my man Walt G and myself. You know what I mean? and how he, dressed and all that he got from Walt G and Groove. You know what I mean? And man, the last time me and Puff danced together was we were making up routines in his garage that we were gonna use to like present to people to be in videos. Wow. And then right after that, he started working at Uptown, and the rest is history. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because at the same time he was working there, I was asking Hev, can I work there? He's like, nah, I want you to go to school. You know what I mean? He's like, nah, I think you should do something else. Like, and then that's when his brother, Hev's brother, came and got me literally off my couch. He was like, yo, you want to go to college? I was like, all right, yeah. And then 2 weeks later, I'm in University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. 4.5 years later, I leave with a bachelor's degree and a beautiful queen. You know what I mean? So I give thanks to Hev's brother for giving me that move. You know what I mean? But yeah, me and Puff, man, we go back, man.
That's amazing.
And I mean, I don't know how it would be to this day. Like if I saw him on a one-on-one, it would probably be love. You know what I mean? But yeah, in a public sense, you know what I mean, he probably would show love. But being who he is, he got to keep it moving. I would understand. You know what I mean? Because he's so in demand and people want him so much and da-da-da. You know what I mean? So yeah, he would definitely. But it would be love. It would be love if I saw him right now. But I do kind of run with the idea that he kind of tainted the game a little bit. With the whole shiny suit era and the whole, and I think he understood that. Like, at the time, he may not have. He may have thought he was jumping onto something new and innovative. But I think he understands that now. Thus, him making the moves he's making now. You know what I mean? And it's almost a form of redemption, maybe for him, maybe, but maybe not. Maybe it's just business as usual, and he's just keeping it moving. But either way, I got love for Puff, man. You know what I mean? I don't have too much bad to say about that, man. He admitted to Pete in the elevator that he got all them ad-libs from him, so I'm good with that.
Oh, so he actually confessed.
Yeah, he admitted that. Yeah, he told Pete in the elevator one time, I got all that from you. So I'm cool with that, as long as he, acknowledged the person, you know what I mean? But publicly, I don't know if he would do it, but yeah, he says he invented the remix, and we know what that is about. We know that.
Yeah, we know
who the down of those remixes.
No joke on that one. But
I'm sip my Guinness on that. Yeah, but
so let's speak on
the love for Puff though. Love for Puff,
always. The EP.
The EP, Never Done. That was like maybe 7 years in the making, man. Word up, man. Like I looked at this. I have a rhyme book that I had, and I looked at it was a page that I had wrote, and I wrote all the songs I was gonna do for my little EP, and the name of the EP was supposed to be the Song of the Seven, and that might be the name of the next one or the album. I'm not sure. The Song of the Seven, but don't nobody bite that shit, nigga. Fuckers. Copyright. Take that. All right. Anyway, but so Never Done. That was like that was a wild way that came about. Big up to my brother Damu the Fudge Monk for kind of putting the fire under me to even and my man DJ Underdog. I can't forget DJ Underdog for helping put the fire under me to like kind of make that happen, because how that all started was how even 7 Minutes of Sound came about was ill because that was Damu again. Like I came to Damu, like I knew he had an SP. I was like, yo, Damu, I just want to make a beat CD over your crib, and I want to record this song that I've written called Work It Out. I just want to throw it up on YouTube. You know what I mean? And so from there, I was like, yo, you know, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
No, you good.
No, I was watching him. But from there, from there, I was he was like, yo, why don't I just film you while you're playing the beats and you could talk about some of them or whatever. I was like, all right, cool, let's do it. So he did that, sent it off to his man J Noda, who's his business partner. Big up to J Noda. He sent it off to him. He edited it. And then he sent it back. But in the process, as we did that beat CD, we did that. I made the beat CD. I talked about a few of the beats, and then I recorded Work It Out. So I did that song. He mixed it. He put the scratches in. He mixed it, and so then I had it, right? So then I'm like just kind of sitting. Now you know me. I will sit on something. Like I will sit on some stuff. Like you won't hear it for a minute. I'll sit on it. So I was like just gonna slap it up on YouTube and then sit on it and just be cool. So my man DJ Underdog heard it and was like, yo, this joint is nice.
Shout outs to Underdog.
Yes, big up Underdog, yo. Enough respect, yo. Far I bless. But so I said, yo, Underdog, and he was like, yo, you want me blast this joint out? I said, you know what? Go ahead, man. It won't hurt. I said, let's see what it do. He put it on SoundCloud. He blasted it out to all his little email connects, and people started taking to it. It maxed its downloads on SoundCloud.
I think I couldn't get it.
FroLab put it up on their site. The two biggest hurrahs for me was when Premier put it on his site and was bigging it up crazy, and when Tony Touch played it on his radio show, which was real big for me. So, and this was before it even came out. This was just off the strength of him blasting it. You know what I mean? So I definitely am humble and thankful for that. You know what I mean? I appreciate Underdog for that. And of course, big up to Primo and Tony Touch. Primo's like my big brother, like Pete. You know what I mean? Like Pete's physical, but Primo's spiritual. You know what I mean? So those are my, you know, that's my big brother right there, Premier. So big up to him. And he really put he didn't put Work It Out on blast. He put 7 Minutes of Sound on blast.
Okay.
Premier did.
So you got played from two different records and two different.
Well, Underdog blasted Work It Out, and then 7 Minutes of Sound hit YouTube, and then Premier picked that up and put it on his blog. On his blog site, and was bigging it up crazy. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that humbled me a lot. So I was just thankful for that. You know
Classics.
what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? So I was just like, whoa, that's big. And then sidebar, back to that song, the J Live song, Them That's Not.
Yeah.
Another great accomplishment about that song was I got to hear the Roots play that song over.
Man.
Really?
Yes. J Live performed at TLA on South Street in Philly with Pete and CL, Vast Air, and and Mr. Lift. And he did Them That's Not. The Roots was the backing band for everybody.
What?
Yes.
We need more shows like that.
And
I'm sorry.
And he performed Them That's Not. And when it came on, I was sitting there, I was like, yo, that shit sounds familiar. And then when they started speeding up, I was like, yo, that's my shit. Y'all ran on the stage and gave J Live that and just ran back off the stage. And just was standing there like just vibing to my shit. The Roots was playing my production over there. So I was like, that's the most one of the most humbling things that happened to me in my hip hop career. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So what's next? I heard something about a book.
I want to write a book, man. I think I want to write a book. I think it's time. I think Hev was trying to get me to write a book, help him write a book. I think it's time that I write a book.
So I know people want to keep track of.
Get my thoughts together.
Yo, that's not a problem because I know how you do. You're able to
That MM card, man, you know, I've been charging a lot to that MM card, man, so I gotta be careful.
True. So I know everybody wants to know when the book's coming out and whenever that does come in. So how can they keep in touch or keep track of your movements or when that's going to come up? Is there any sites like, you know, the typical?
I may make an announcement on Twitter. I got to talk to Hev's brother. I got to talk to my brother. I got to talk to a couple people to get the history of what we grew up around and what we experienced, you know what I mean? And then add mine too, you know what I mean? And go from there. Like for instance, I got a story of the day Big Daddy Kane came to Mount Vernon. Big Daddy Kane came to Hev's house in the Vernon. He came in a limo and he chilled the whole day with us. And I'll never forget, I told him, I was like, yo, your birthday's the day before mine. He was like, word? Okay. And he ain't even make no calls. He's like, all right, shorty, that's what's up. He's like, word? Okay. And then that was funny to me. Like, you know, now I look back at it, it was funny, but back then I was like, hey, man, he didn't make no big, you know, I thought he was making a big deal about it. He didn't make no big deal about it. I was kind of upset. But anyway, Kane came through, chilled the whole day, the whole evening. He had a show that night at the rooftop. So, of course, all the crew was like, yo, we out, we going.
Right.
So I'm the littlest dude in the crew. So I'm like, yo, I'm going too. So my brother, who's a year older than me, Pete, he's like, yeah, we out. So we go home to get fresh, get ready. I get freshed up, get ready. He get freshed up, get ready. I go to ask my mother. I said, Ma, can I go with them to the club tonight to go see, you know, I'm going with Dwight and them, you know, and Peter and da-da-da, you know, using government. Cleaning up government things, you know. Government. I'm going with Dwight and Peter can I go with them? No, my mother's Jamaican. No, you can't go outside. You can't go out there. We don't want you to go out there. No. Alright, my cool. So boom. So I said, man, damn, I can't go. Yo, Big Daddy Kane's down the block, man. Now I'm going, man. Fuck it, I'm gonna ask Pete. Yo, Pete, can I go? Nigga, come on. I don't care. I'm getting permission from somebody who's a year older than me.
Right. Oh shit.
Alright, y'all know where that's going.
Yeah.
So boom. So we go to the joint. We get up in there, we take the fly posse picture, got my big nights on, I'm chilling with my snorkel, we good, we boom, 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 right? Kane come out. Back then, Lazy Lays was dancing for him.
Yeah,
right.
Lazy Lays, Scoob, and Scrap. All three of them was dancing for him. So they came out, they was killing that. You know, I'm amazed. I'm like, oh, dancers, you know me, I'm a dancer at heart, so I'm amazed at them. Then Kane comes out, he kills it with them. And then the show is just killer. Boom, show ends. So we all get ready to leave. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, gunshots, yo, in the front of the club. So Hev is in the front of us. Hev turns around, runs back. Everybody, all of us that's with him, we all follow Hev. Hev runs into a corner. We're like, oh God.
Oh God.
Nah. Like, damn, son, where you running to? He's like, I don't know. You know what the fuck I was running to? So we just like, damn, we stand in the corner, so we kind of brace up. So then security runs around like, yo, y'all good? Y'all straight? All right, don't worry about it. We got this. Go ahead. Y'all just stay right here. Don't move. We go out. We hear more gunshots. The security killed the dude that was shooting. Kane disappeared. Now remember, I didn't add this in.
That limo was out.
We rode down, some of us rode in that limo.
Okay.
The rest of us rode in a 4-door Grand Am. Alright? On the way back, all of us rode in the Grand Am. We're 9 deep in the Grand Am. I'm literally sitting on the gearbox. Grap, put it in drive. Alright. I'm literally sitting on the gear. I'm the littlest dude, so I'm sitting between Hev is driving, and somebody's here. 3, and then it's like 5 or 6 dudes in the back somewhere. Dudes lapping and all kinds of, you know, we wilding like, oh, that was crazy, yo, whoa, what the fuck happened? Kane dip, yo, whoa. I'm gonna call him later. So we get uptown. We all file out the car like, oh, yeah, nigga, that was crazy. That was, all right, peace. Everybody go home.
Right there.
Moms right there.
We get to the door. You know, we young. Pete's like 18. I'm like 16. No, yeah, Pete might have been 17. I'm about 16. So we ain't had no keys or nothing back then. So we knock. Pete knocks on the door. Mom answers the door. She just opens it. Don't say nothing. Pete walks in. Walks right past her. So I'm like, oh, cool. So I walk in. I start to walking. I go to put my head down. My chin gets met by an open hand. Boom! Right to my chest. And right between my chin and my chest. Bang! Knocks me flat on the ground. Didn't I tell you not to go to that damn party? Didn't I tell you not to go? See, I told you not to go. I was like, yo, what you talking? I was like, and then boom.
Like how she said it.
Yeah. Yo, man, you know, so I'm telling you not to go to the party tonight. She was just getting at me. So it's like, you know, mothers know, man. Mothers know, man. So yeah, that's my little story with Hev, man. And that was just one of my memories that I'll never ever forget, running with Hev, man. And of course, my first time to Cali, first time flying first class, was with Hev. And when we went to do Arsenio Hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That was my first time in Cali.
First class.
First class, dude.
I just look up there because I ain't been there.
And yeah, it was continental. G-Wiz got me drunk because I was nervous. It was my first long distance flight. He's like, yo, here, drink this, man. It's like, what is this? What's this brown shit? This drink? I ain't even know, like.
Right.
I was twisted off of Hennessy and Coke and all. Not cocaine, Coca-Cola, y'all. Hennessy and Coca-Cola.
Right.
It was just crazy, man. But yeah, I have some beautiful memories with him, and I'll never forget. You know?
All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
That's what's up.
But we want to know exactly, like I said, how can we get in touch? What's the Twitter? What's the face? What's the all
Facebook. I'm about to get off of Facebook for real. But the Twitter is Have Name Me Grap. HEVNAMEDG. No, I'm sorry. Have named HEVNAMEDMEGRAP. That's my name on Twitter. Have named me Grap. Come follow. You know how we do. I saw your shout out for breaking 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
I've officially broken 1,000 followers too.
We at the grand mark.
Thank you to my 1,000+ followers. I appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Yes, appreciate them.
So I appreciate it. So thank you. But yeah, man. Last words.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to all the fans. Thank you to Crooked Streets Entertainment for inviting me up here and blessing me. Pop Daddy, good looking on the blessings. You know how we do.
Right.
Thank you to Tislam. Thank you, EQ. My man Dragon.
Thank you.
Cousin, I'm high. I'm drunk.
Vic.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, how I forget Vic's name?
Yeah.
Vic, you know Vic, man. Come on, Vic. Nah, we do, fam.
Call me motherfucking the government.
Trauma, what up, Trauma? Where you at? Wherever you at. You know what I mean? The whole Crooked Streets family extended and outspread. The ones who left, the ones who came back, Aunt Boogie, everybody. Love, man. You know what I mean? Love to I. Big up to my man Jolo. Eat at Jolo's Kitchen, 412 North Avenue, New Rochelle, New York. Make sure you hit that joint up. You're going to get nothing but love and good vibes in there, you know what I mean? And good food.
Yes, sir.
And get you a shot of Baji. If you're a dude, you need a shot of Baji. You got to get you a shot of Baji. Maybe 2, you know what I mean? But yeah, get that in you. Who else, man? Just love to Low Budget family, yo.
Low Budget.
You know, keeping me active, keeping me wanting, you know, keeping me inspired, you know what I mean? Always big up to my big cuz, Heavy D. I will always be inspired by you, cuz. Always and forever. I will forever be inspired by you. I love you. I appreciate everything you have done, all the contributions you've made, the way you put the town on the map, the way you put the town on your back, something crazy, the way you like try to groom dudes. I seen it all, Hev. I saw it all. I saw your work, yo, and I love you for it. And thank you. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't say it nowhere, I said it right here on Crooked Streets Radio on 410 Headnod. Thank you, big cuz. I love you. You know what I mean? And big up to my wife, my daughters, my mother, my brothers and sisters. Big up to my biggest influence, Pete Rock, my big brother. Love you, boy. I know we running through some things, but I still love you. It's unconditional. It's non-stop. You know how it go. All right? And don't take it for nothing but love. All right? Big up to you and your wife and your kids. You know what I mean? And love. You know what I mean? And just in case this, you know, you never know. You know what I mean? Who's gonna hear this? So,
yeah.
You know, big up again to y'all, man. Thank y'all for having me here, man. This is humbling. It was beautiful for me, man.
It was nothing but a word.
It ain't nothing greater than being I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. There's nothing greater than being appreciated for something you do, man. And being appreciated for something you feel that you like, wow, like, you know, it's humbling for me. Like when I say that shit, I mean that shit. Like I'm not a dude who just throws words out there or just uses words for fun or none of that shit. I really mean that shit when I say that. It's humbling for me to like be appreciated by all of y'all. Like seriously, like it's really humbling, like for real. Like I don't see myself like that. You know what I mean? Like the way other people see me and perceive me, I don't perceive myself like that. I perceive myself as a guy like just any other guy who's trying to live out here and survive. You know what I mean? But I've been blessed with gifts. I've been blessed with positioning. You know what I mean? Like I've been blessed with the family I've been blessed with. You know what I mean? God has truly laid his hand upon me and blessed me, man. So I'm humble and I say thank you, thank you, thank you. Word up. I'm done.
That's what's up. Nah, you can go for as long as you want, man.
Word up.
Well, it's the 410 Headnod.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna say shout outs to all our listeners.
And I got stories, man. I got stories,
you don't
man.
understand.
Word up.
You got stories for days that I can tell.
Word up.
But props out to Pop as well, because it was just me and him out in the back at the show where they had you know, Georgia and Mildred. Just was
big up to Georgia and other shit. Connect
Dudley,
Gang, Declaim. What's my man? MP the MC.
Yeah, DJ Rome's.
DJ Rome's. Georgia with them beats. Loot pack for days. Mad Lib forever. You know what it is. Big up.
Yeah. So it was just nothing to bring you through.
That's
but anyway.
Up, yo. Appreciate it.
Like everybody to keep tuning in. It's the 410 Headnob. Me and EQ going to continue to bring you great music. We're also going to give you great interviews.
Yes, sir.
Right now we're going to go to the commercial. Then you got Headnob Part 1 coming up. We're going to rock out for an hour crushing it.
Crooked Streets, listen to my radio.
Crooked Streets. Listen to my radio.com, man.
www.crookedstreetslisten-to-my-radio.com. www.crookedstreetslisten-to-my-radio.com. Please do it.
One love.
Peace.
Headnod.
Peace, one love, one love. It's Grap Luva, y'all. You know what it is. Please tune in. www.crookedstreetslisten-to-my-radio.com. Good stuff. Good stuff. Please tune in. Check them out. Grap Luva's co-signing. It's my man P. Diddy, you know what I mean? Not P. Diddy as in Puff Daddy. My man Pop Daddy. You know what I'm saying? So one love, respect, Rastafari. Big up. You know what I mean? CrookedStreetsRadio.com. From Baltimore to the world. You know how we do. Deuces.